Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Monday Mornings with the Smiths. We love Mondays. Do you love Mondays? Do you love Mondays, babe?
Yes, I love Monday. That's my favorite day.
Yes,
of the
yes,
week.
yes. So this week we are going to be talking about contentment in your marriage. We were actually contacted by a young woman who wants to know, how can you be content in your marriage? What is the key to being content? So babe, what do you have to say about that topic, being content in your marriage?
Well, that word can be relative, I'm just wondering what does she mean by being content, But because here's what it is: if I am at a place in my relationship wherein I spend a lot of time at work and I don't necessarily want to come home because the moment I walk inside a house it's going to be strife. If I pull up in my driveway and I'm sitting there and for hours just afraid of coming home because it's going to be strife, then Houston, we have a problem.
Right.
We have a problem. And so therefore, if you're in that place, you can't be contented in that place. You have to ask yourself, what is it that I need to see in my relationship? And first, in my opinion, be what you want to see in your relationship.
Okay, so definitely first be the change that you want to see.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely agree with that. And, in our book, The 5-Star Marriage, we actually challenge couples not to be content with the status quo, mediocre marriage. We challenge them not to be content and to actually strive for that 5-star marriage. So I definitely agree with you. You can't be content if you're miserable. Definitely aspire for something a little more.
Right. And another thing, sorry, babe, that we need to remember, especially us as men, God says to us that we ought to love our wife as he loved the church and gave himself for the church. That directive came directly from God and not from our spouse. So regardless of how my spouse, my wife, is reciprocating, I still need to stay in the lane because God put me in that lane, and I need to stay there until God tells me otherwise.
Okay, great. I remember a few months ago, there was this thing going around Facebook, and I can't remember it exactly, so don't quote me, but it said the grass is not greener on the other side. You can have green grass too if you water your lawn. How do you apply that statement to marriages?
Well, let's look at it this way. In my opinion, the only thing that's achieving life without work is failure. And I will say that again. The only thing that's achieving life without work is failure. Now, let's look at the different process of a grass. In order for you to have a green grass, the person who owned that grass probably tilled the soil, put the seed down, the seed grew into nice green flourishing grass, but it does not stay that way unless there's a process. In order for it to stay green, that lawn care person must keep putting down new soil, keep feeding it nutrients, keep watering it, and keep nurturing it, and so that it will stay and keep getting greener and brighter, greener and brighter. The same principle that is applied to a relationship. In order for your relationship to grow, you have to nurture your relationship.
Right.
I remember the days when you used to date and you used to do all this stuff so that we can impress each other, quote unquote. Now that you're married, it does not stop there.
Right.
You have to do that and more so that your relationship can be in phase one, stay in phase one, and stay excited.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love that. That marriage maintenance.
Yes.
I know we've spoken about that before, but it's so important that you have something that feeds your marriage. In our area where we live in Pennsylvania, we do have a couples group, a couples club, which is just a support group. We any given month we have 13, 15, 20 sometimes couples.
Yes.
And we have a good time, we laugh, we get to know each other, and we discuss topics that affect marriages. So if you do not have such a group in your area, why not reach out to us? We would love to come to your area, wherever you are, and help you get that started.
Yeah, man.
And, you know, in addition to that, the maintenance of your marriage, you know, the marriage retreats, the, you know, date nights, those things are so very important.
Yes.
So if you're not doing them, please, you know, start somewhere. Start with a date night. Even if you can't do it once a week, do it every other week. If you can't do it every other week, do it once a month. But set that time aside. You know, Paul in the Bible talks about contentment.
Yes.
You know, I have learned in whatever state I am to be content. And I think the reason why he was content is because he wasn't comparing himself to others.
Correct.
And I think sometimes that's what we do in our marriages. We look at other people and you know, and their marriage and what they portray to the public.
Especially on Facebook.
Yes. And so we look at that and we say, why don't I have that? That's what I want. But you know what, folks? Their journey is not your journey. And so you have to find your own happiness and your own level of contentment.
Write your own book.
Write your own book.
Their book is not your book.
Absolutely. So there you have it, folks. Thank you for joining us once again. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend. Go to Amazon.com and you can purchase both of our books there. The 5-Star Marriage as well as the 5-Star Husband, 5-Star Wife.
Right.
We thank you. We appreciate you. Keep the questions and the discussions coming. We love it. And have a wonderful week. See you next Monday.
God bless.
Bye-bye.